The battle today is expected to be quite balanced between two excellent altcoins launched in 2024. Layer 0 and Manta Network are both truly promising projects that are likely to surpass billion-dollar market caps during the peak of the 2025 bull run. In this video, we'll provide a full comparison to determine which of these coins is more promising and more advisable for your portfolio. At this point, I already foresee a close contest, and given the seriousness of both coins, I'll probably allocate a portion of the investment to each of them. Before the battle begins, let's get to know the basic details of these projects. Layer 0 is a newer coin, launched just 2 months ago in June 2024. Since its release, the coin has experienced little price fluctuation and has maintained an impressive level of stability, even though only 11% of its maximum total supply is currently in circulation. It's worth noting that yesterday its transaction volume exceeded $60 million, indicating that this is a mainstream coin and one of the most traded globally. On the other hand, we have Manta Network, a coin launched in January 2024. With more time in the market, Manta has already faced the harsh effects of a devastating bear market, losing 80% of its value compared to its all-time high. It's also important to note that more than 37% of its total maximum supply is already in circulation, a figure above average for coins launched this year. However, the transaction volume suggests a lack of attention and exchange listings, as it is only half the amount that its competitor managed to generate in the last 24 hours. Well, let's get straight to the point. We'll start by comparing the partners and backers of both projects. Both coins stand out in this criterion. Layer 0 has truly impressive numbers when it comes to partners and investors. Boasting over 70 partners, many of whom are well known for their financial power and experience in the crypto space. Notable names include Binance Labs, the Spartan Group, Coinbase Ventures, Delphi Ventures, Sequoia Capital Group, and Multicoin Capital, all considered Tier 1 investors with significant influence in the crypto market. The investments have reached $263 million, although the valuation from these investments suggests billion-dollar figures. Layer 0 has successfully attracted an unmatched range of powerful backers capable of elevating its marketing and product optimization to extraordinary levels. On the other hand, Manta Network also has a decent quantity and quality of investors. In total, there are over 30 investors, with notable names like Binance Labs, Polychain, Multicoin Capital, and Spartan Group. Manta raised more than $30 million across various investment rounds, which have provided it with unquestionable financial strength. However, Manta's challenge is that its competitor, Layer 0, is one of the strongest in the entire crypto market, securing more investments and thus taking the lead in this first battle criterion. Nonetheless, it's important to highlight that Manta also has solid and sufficient investments to achieve success. Moving on, now it's time to compare the community of both projects to see which is better. When it comes to community, there aren't many surprises. Given the seriousness of these projects, we could only expect highly active and well-established communities across multiple social media platforms. Both projects meet these expectations without any issues. Layer 0 has a very active and engaged community with nearly 700,000 followers on Twitter and thousands of members on other platforms like Discord and Telegram. The same applies to Manta, which, having been around longer, has managed to gather over 700,000 followers on Twitter and similarly impressive numbers on other social networks relevant to the crypto world. Tens of thousands of people have added both coins to their watch lists on platforms like CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. In this criterion, despite Manta having a slight numerical advantage, I would call it a tie. This is mainly because Manta has had 3 times longer to grow its communities, which nullifies the small numerical edge. Therefore, I'd say both communities are equally powerful, active, and well organized. Now let's talk a bit more about the ideas and proposals of each project. In terms of their proposals, both projects once again find themselves in an extremely close contest, precisely because of the significant utility they each bring to the cryptocurrency world. Layer 0 can be defined as an omnichain interoperability protocol. In simple terms, omnichain refers to a comprehensive approach that aims to unite various blockchain networks into a cohesive and interoperable ecosystem. Layer 0's proposal is to enable connectivity and interoperability between different ecosystems. allowing applications to move freely, autonomously, independently, and without requiring permissions across these ecosystems. The concepts behind Manta are complex, but can be summarized as a blockchain project focused on privacy and scalability. It aims to make decentralized finance applications more private and secure by applying enhanced privacy features, reducing fees, and offering a range of tools for developers. Both projects have real utility, which is why they've already reached the values they have. For this reason, I believe this criterion also ends in a tie, as both projects are truly poised to shake up the crypto world and garner the attention they deserve. Now it's time to take a closer look at both teams. Once again, we have another highly contested criterion in this battle. Both teams deserve recognition for the excellent work they've been doing. Although Layer 0 was launched just 2 months ago, it would be a mistake to assume that its team is inexperienced. Far from it. They've been working on this project for over 2 years, building a robust foundation strong enough to attract hundreds of millions of dollars in investments for a complex and essential project. The same can be said for Manta, a well-executed project that has drawn dozens of investors thanks to the great work of its team. Although Manta has lost a considerable amount of market capital over the past few months, it's important to acknowledge that nearly all altcoins have been severely impacted, and Manta, unfortunately, was not a rare exception. In this criterion, we have another tie, as I simply can't find any reason to claim that one team is doing a more solid job than the other. Both teams are currently developing excellent products with the full potential to attract much more attention during the peak of the bull run. Continuing on, let's talk more about where to buy these coins and where they are listed. In the 5th round, we see a slight advantage for Layer 0. This project has already been listed on nearly all major exchanges, making it easily accessible to buyers across any continent. The wide adoption in both American and European markets is crucial, and we have to acknowledge the team's excellent work in ensuring that Layer 0 would be available on important exchanges like Binance, Crypto.com, Coinbase, Kraken, and others from the start. On the other hand, Manta isn't as widely available in the American market, though it is listed on Binance, which is a positive point for them. Despite being small, this advantage for Layer 0 should be recognized, especially since it has double the daily transaction volume compared to its competitor, making it deserving of another point here. That said, I believe the trend will see Manta Network listed on more exchanges in the coming months, and there are convincing reasons to believe that new listings are on the way. It's only a matter of time before we see this gem available on more platforms. Let's end today's fight by comparing the growth potential of both coins and looking at the price prediction for these projects. In the final criterion of this battle, we once again see a positive, optimistic, and balanced scenario between both coins. On one hand, we must acknowledge that Layer 0 has greater investment power, and its broad adoption across multiple platforms allows it to achieve transaction volumes in the hundreds of millions of dollars daily, with the potential to reach billions in the future. However, it's important to note that Layer 0 already has a significantly higher market cap than Manta, and this needs to be considered, especially since Layer 0 has a circulating supply ratio 3 times smaller than its competitor. Manta, on the other hand, has the advantage of being a coin with a lower market cap and the potential not only to catch up, but also to surpass its current all-time high in the future. I'm also confident that Manta will be listed on more exchanges, which will enable exponential growth. Taking all these factors into account, I believe that both coins are equally matched in the long term, especially when considering the peak of the bull run. However, in the short term, there's a slightly higher tendency to see greater profits from investments in Manta, which needs to recover from its recent downturn. I'll give this point to Manta, but it's important to note that both coins are equally promising in the long run, each with its own strengths and considerations. This has been a closely contested battle between two extremely promising coins, arguably two of the most interesting altcoins to buy. However, Layer 0 should still be recognized as slightly superior. With such balance between them, it would be a waste to invest 100% of your funds into just one of these coins. Therefore, my recommendation would be to split your investment between both, with 60% allocated to Layer 0 and 40% to Manta. This strategy multiplies your potential gains while reducing your reliance on the performance of a single coin. Be cautious when buying Layer 0, as it's a new coin that could see a short-term drop. So far, its price fluctuation and chart behavior have been very stable, but there could be a short-term dip that might correct itself in the medium to long term.
If you want to continue learning more about altcoins and receive new free tips on gems with profit potential, consider subscribing to my channel and watching the next videos.